Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for some announcements, this time from Eureka for October. A little bit of a horror stint here, some classic Masters of Cinema titles, a re-release and a box set. And we're going to dive in, have a look at what they have to offer, my thoughts, and of course, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment box below. And if you haven't done so, consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. So let's dive into these releases. First up, we've got a re-release. Vampire is now coming out in a standard edition. Now it's the same edition minus the book and the hardbox case that came from the limited edition. If you missed out or you were waiting on a cheaper price, there we have it, $15.99, released on the 17th of October, just before Halloween. Won't go through the story. It's got two amazing commentaries, both very different, both very interesting. Interview with Kim Newman is great. I've done a full review for this, including the extras. If you want to check that out, I thought it was a terrific release. Highly recommended. Let's jump into number 269 in the Masters of Cinema series, which is The Most Dangerous Game. Now, I've heard a lot about this one. And you know what? I am super excited to check it out. It's based on the ever-popular short story by Richard Cornell. The Most Dangerous Game remains a hugely influential masterpiece 90 years after its release. Big game hunter Bob Rainsford barely survives a shipwreck in shark-infested waters and washes ashore on the private island of sinister Count Zaroff. Does anybody with a Z in their name, are they not evil? Just something I'm curious about. Fancies himself as an accomplished hunter also, only his preferred quarry is man. Taking full advantage of the lavish jungle sets created for King Kong, The Most Dangerous Game was filmed at night after filming Kong had concluded for the day, with many of the cast and crew pulling double duty on both productions. After 90 years, it's still a thrilling piece of filmmaking filled with stunning production design, wonderful optical effects, and of course, thrilling action. Now it's come from a 2K scan. It's got a limited O-card slipcase for the first 2,000 copies, 1080p presentation, like I said, from a 2K scan. It's got the optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, brand new commentary with author Stephen Jones and Kim Newman, and a brand new interview with Kim Newman on the hunted human subgenre, one I'm a particular fan of, a brand new interview with Stephen Thrower, and a collector's booklet featuring the new essay. Now, I believe there's another movie like this in there. I think it's The Human Prey or something. I can't remember. Number 100 and early on. The Naked Prey. That's it, which was a movie similar in style to this one. I haven't seen this. I am super excited. Definitely going to check it out. Next up, 270 in the Masters of Cinema series, also released on the 17th of October, is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, the Lon Chaney one from 1923. I love that old school artwork at the front of it. It's particularly lovely. So perhaps the grandest of Universal's silent films, and featuring arguably in its first iconic movie monster, The Hunchback of Notre Dame stars Lon Chaney in the role which transformed him from a respected character actor to a global superstar. Chaney stars as Quasimodo, the mocked and vilified bell ringer of Notre Dame, who selflessly protects the star-crossed street performer Esmeralda, who is in an ill-fated love affair with the dashing Captain Phoebus. A super dual adaptation of Victor Hugo's novel, Universal spared no expense in this lavish production and were rewarded with the most financially successful silent film they had released up to that point. Lon Chaney's performance and makeup work was already legendary, but the rest of the film is deserving of praise. A beautiful nightmare now fully restored in 4K and making its debut on Blu-ray as part of the MOC. It's got a limited edition slipcase for the first 2,000 units, 1080 presentation from a 4K restoration, music by Nora Kroll Rosenbaum and Laura Karpman, a brand new audio commentary with Stephen Jones and Kim Newman, brand new interview with Kim Newman, brand new interview with Jonathan Rugby, and a collector's booklet featuring new essays. Long wanted to see this, super excited, count me in for this as well. And last but not least is Maniacal Mayhem, another 3 movies starring Boris Karloff. Now, I've just watched the latest Universal Terror box set. I've watched 2 of the movies. I'm just about to watch The Black Castle, so I'm looking forward to that. This set, the 2 movies, one was a hit, one was a miss for me. I think The Black Castle is going to do all right, so it'll be 2 out of 3 for me. Looking forward to this one. A little bit trepidatious. Must be getting. Not all of them can be classics now, if you know what I mean. So the 3 more tales of terror from the vaults of Universal Pictures, all starring Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi, excellent, both star in The Invisible Ray, which sees Dr. Yanov Sorok exposed to a mysterious element that turns him into a deadly, luminescent maniac who devises a plot to bump off his personal and professional rivals. Like the sound of that. Then, in Black Friday, Karloff is the amoral brain surgeon Dr. Sovak, who transplants part of a gangster's brain into the body of his dying friend, creating a terrifying Jekyll and Hyde figure who starts murdering his former criminal associates. Again, including the wonderful Bela Lugosi. That sounds pretty great. A nice take on Jekyll and Hyde. I'm interested. And finally, the incomparable Charles Laughton plays the sadistic sire Alan D. Malatroit in Strange Door. Malatroit has kept his own brother locked in a dungeon for 20 years and now wants to ruin the life of his niece by forcing her to marry a violent rogue. His plan is upset when the rogue is unexpectedly noble-hearted and attempts to rescue the girl, aided by an abused servant, Karloff. Doesn't grab me as much as the other two. The other two seem a little bit more typical of the genre, and I'm kind of interested. It's limited edition slipcase to 2,000 copies. 1080p presentation of all 3 films across 2 discs. All films presented in 2K scans of the original film elements, with optional English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Brand new commentary tracks on The Invisible Ray and The Strange Door with author Stephen Jones and Kim Newman, and a brand new commentary track on Black Friday with Kevin Lyons and Jonathan Rigby. The Sire de Malatois d'Or radio adaptations, still galleries, trailers, and a limited edition booklet featuring new writings of all 3 films. So yeah, interested. Now I'll probably pre-order this one and the other 2, to be fair. The Masters of Cinema, they've got my money. I'm going to pick them up. I will review them as usual, even though not a lot of people check out the reviews of those ones. Don't care. I enjoy them. I will probably pick up this Karloff set. Usually I pre-order these. The Amazon one recently dropped to $22.99, which was decent enough for 3 movies. And I'll probably do the same. It's a nice little lineup of titles. A couple that I've really wanted to see for a long while, and then a trio of movies which I'm interested enough in. I would love to know your thoughts on these announcements. Is it something that excites you? Are you missing out on the Asian one? Are you missing out on a more classical kind of horror movie for October that Eureka have been releasing? Like Sleepwalkers, 976 Evil, Pulse, those kind of movies that they've been releasing every October for the past couple of years. Are we missing something again that they could have done? I'm happy with these announcements. 3 I'll probably pick up. Probably pick up immediately on release day as well. Let me know your thoughts on these releases in the comment box below, because I'm always eager to find out what you guys think of these ones. As always, there's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, like I said, if you want to see more of these videos. And in the description box below, there is a link to my Patreon and membership program where you can check out more of my stuff, as well as a link to a website where you can buy some ManVFilm merch if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on ManVFilm.